Warning, this podcast does not condone penguins. Hello and welcome to What Will You Do, where we ask ridiculous questions and expect ridiculous answers. I'm Conor.
I'm Alec.
And I'm Ethan.
It is I.
Oh.
You gonna finish your name? Or nah?
No, I'm good.
Yes.
It's him.
It's
Sample
me.
text.
Sample text.
Alright then.
Alec, Connor, Ethan, and sample text.
Yep.
And today we ask the question, what would you do to survive the apocalypse? Or post-apocalypse, because I need that for some of my answers.
Because apocalypse is the fun.
Yay.
Yeah. So what one could you survive?
Ethan, you go first.
Alright, so who's going first?
Connor
Alright.
is apparently.
One of mine is Wall.E. I could live on the Axiom.
Who couldn't?
That would be pretty fun.
Except for eating human cupcakes.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm part of the first fleet, because that makes it the apocalypse. That's still off the cusp of it. So, I'm still eating actual food.
Good point.
I'm safe.
But then you die of old age.
So, I live in space, and I haven't run into a black hole.
Yet.
Nah, that's like the future problems. It's not mine.
What if the ship eventually runs out of fuel?
Yeah, you know when that happens?
We
You
all
float
die.
endlessly in space.
Yeah, they did that. They were floating endlessly in space, eating what remained of the other people, the previous people who've died. That's why they were so fat, because they used to have heart attacks, so they could just more food.
Yeah, that sucks.
Hey, but that's the future. I'm only at the start bit, so I'm the first people to go. So I'm doing alright. I would survive it, though. That's the point of the question. I survive.
You definitely would survive.
Yep.
Yeah.
No problems with the first generation? No, all good.
What would have happened to me is I would have, like, the date that everyone was supposed to get onto the Axiom, I would have completely forgotten.
You realise it's more than one.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah,
So they
but
have
the
made
others got
idiot
lost
proof.
and no one knows what happened.
That's awesome. I missed all of them.
I'm glad that they do have idiot proofing on these things because
Otherwise you'd be screwed.
sadly.
No. Okay, anyone else want to say their next or their apocalypse so they'll survive?
Well, I'm just gonna steal a classic, right? Zombie apocalypse. I think I'd probably maybe be able to survive.
I'm dead.
So I'd probably just hide the entire time until they all just
zombie
rotted away.
Apocalypse, I'm pretty convinced that there's like Walking Dead style.
Yeah, like
It's like
Dead
4
style.
years, then you're free of zombies, so they're all just
Yeah.
dead.
Like for 4 years, I'd just hide the entire time.
Yeah, but that's
Until they
even
rotted
assuming
away.
zombies are capable of like
Rotting.
collapsing the governments, right? Which is
Governments.
actually
What have they ever
quite
done for me?
unlikely.
How are you getting food?
How would you get
Steal
food?
it.
I'm saying that
Duh.
I don't even think that like, Walking Dead
Fair
style
point.
would even be an apocalypse.
I mean, it is a bit because you got your zombie apocalypse. It's kind of in the name.
Yeah, okay, so assuming that somehow the zombies did collapse the whole planet,
Mm.
all major forms of government collapse due to zombies, it still wouldn't be particularly difficult to do.
Yeah,
Think of it as just camping permanently.
Yeah, but see,
that's why I would survive it.
the reason I didn't pick that one is because I am the worst eater ever.
Yeah.
I don't like meat, I don't like chocolate, I don't like most vegetables. I'm screwed. I'm insane.
Problematic. I think, actually, before you start looking at zombie apocalypses that really would be an apocalypse, you'd have to go, like, World War Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, any zombie apocalypse, I'm probably not gonna make it.
I don't think the zombie apocalypse would actually be an apocalypse. It'd have to have an origin point, and the origin point would likely be in somewhere along the lines of South Central America, Central
It's
West
all Mexico.
Africa.
Let's just blame it on Mexico.
The United States.
Gotta
Right.
build a wall, keep the zombies out.
They did in World War Z, and they just fell over it, I think.
Or like Attack of Titan style. You know, just build a wall
Just
around
some-
it.
Massive zombie just appears one day.
Because by the time zombies spread past their origin point, which they'd actually have to have,
Hmm.
most major governments would be able to mobilize the military, and zombies aren't.
But what if the zombies started in the military?
In the military? Well,
Yeah.
what military? US
All of them at the exact same time.
Well, then that's very problematic.
That's
Well,
a
the
serious
Americans
issue, and I
they've all
think
got
we're all
guns.
screwed if that happens.
They can't fire tanks. We're all good.
No, that's.
I want to fight them.
The only one that could fire like a nuke is if their head pops off and lands on the button.
Or if they, like, ran into it.
Yeah, I guess. And then their head pops up and lands on several buttons.
So, like, full disclosure, my idea was zombie apocalypse.
But then you'd have zombies walking around in full military armor.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah,
hard to
weighing
kill
them
them.
down.
The like, military
Walk past
loadouts,
them.
of course they vary, but they're not actually as heavy as you might think they are.
Yeah.
It's still worse than the average zombie. You know, t-shirt, shorts.
Oh, no, like, the protection that it would provide at least against, like,
And besides, you're not aiming for the stomach, you're aiming for the head.
yeah, just pray they don't have a helmet on. Which means that, it would very much be more difficult to kill a zombie in military sort of attire than, like, some random
Hobo
den,
on
for
the street,
example.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but, like, you never know, that hobo could pick up the helmet, put it on, then it happens, so.
Like, that all happens at once.
Yeah, every hobo, ooh, a helmet, Wah!
Gear that what you could do to also help you survive the zombie apocalypse is, it's actually, you'd be wearing, like, motorcycle gear, for example. Like, motorcycle jacket, knee pads, elbow pads.
In the heat of Australia,
Yep.
40
Yeah,
degrees.
That would suck.
They'd all just burn in the sunlight.
Yeah, but not everywhere is as insane as Australia. Like, pray that, like, just start moving south to, Victoria.
Antarctica, you're safe there.
Only zombie penguins.
But I believe the motorcycle gear would give you at least limited protection against.
Is there a military base in Antarctica?
Only for
No.
penguins.
There could be.
Or I don't think there's any disclosed major military base due to the fact that no one's stupid enough to attempt to invade.
Yeah, but I imagine, you know, a backup? Anyway, anyone else have another apocalypse they think they could survive?
As I said, my idea was
Apparently, military is banned in Antarctica.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the penguins
Rad.
are big fans of it.
Yeah.
Wah,
it's
wah, wah.
basically
Wouldn't be.
declared as a neutral zone to stop World War Antarctica from happening.
Speaking of penguins, I think I could survive Adventure Time.
Ooh. So that's an interesting one.
So either living past the Mushroom War, of just like the generic, like what you see now on TV, I could probably survive that, maybe?
Like, on TV currently, I think I could probably maybe survive it.
The actual Mushroom War? Maybe if I had magic, but people were starting to get magic around that time. There's like an episode where at least 5 people discussing what if we just like conceal ourselves and hide underwater for thousands of years and then come back up when it's time. Everyone, and they're like, nah, we're good, and that one person does it, and then the other people die. So you just gotta hide it out for a couple thousand years, and then you're good.
Yep.
As long as you have magic, you're safe.
Yep.
Because, like, Marceline is a vampire,
That
and
like, sort of helps.
Yeah, and and Can't Die, and Ice King,
Yeah.
he survived with a magic helmet, magic crown. So yeah, I think I could survive.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to.
And in this world, reincarnation exists, so technically I will always survive.
Wahaha. I mean, like, if you got put post-apocalyptic into the Adventure Time world, would you survive?
If I had a map, maybe. Actually, no, yes, I would. Yes, that's my case.
I would, except if I was put in Finn's shoes. I would just instantly die. Like, run into a monster, dead.
No, because what I could do is I would want to make friends with Finn.
Yeah.
Because he has bread. And sandwiches.
Yes.
And I get his protection, so that's another plus side. Perfect place to survive.
Wahaha.
Anyone else have another apocalypse they think they could survive?
Nuclear apocalypse.
Nuclear apocalypse. I don't think so.
I
Depending.
don't think anyone would survive that. Unless you were in the ocean at the very bottom.
Or Antarctica.
Depends on,
Yeah, or Antarctica.
it depends on exactly where the nukes were dropped precisely.
Okay.
It's likely it's going to be primarily oriented in the northern hemisphere, which means that down
Yeah,
south
pretty much
we would
okay.
have maybe not pretty much okay, but it means that we would have an advantage over, let's say, like the Middle East.
Yeah, but like some of our military bases would get hit.
Depends on whether they're willing to waste nukes on Australian military bases.
I think on like the major ones they would.
We have active personnel of mere 60,000. That's not a lot by global standards.
But then again, not a lot can still rise up and take down the big guys.
Yeah.
If you've seen Star Wars or anything like that.
Anything with small
I'm not
rebel
gonna quote.
sects, you know.
A small group of people can take over 1,000 clones. I mean, a lot of people.
I'm not gonna be quoting Star Wars as my resource.
Look, it's a base. It's not my full evidence, but it's a base. And if you look back at history, maybe that's not. Or some things you'd have like the smaller group. They'd rise up and take down the bigger group, like in World War II, how Germany was winning for a period of time, and then they were overtaken by Britain.
They were overtaken because they became the little group out of everyone trying to destroy them.
Yeah, but
Yep.
every
Weren't they like outnumbered like 11 to 1? It wasn't.
Never tell me the odds.
It wasn't the big group being overpowered by the little group. It was the big group who all of a sudden started looking like the little group because they pissed off the entire globe and suffered the consequences of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, well,
Turns out the Holocaust wasn't a great way to make friends.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Yeah. It's shocking, that one.
not the best time to do anything. But so how would you survive the nuclear apocalypse?
You'd either head offshore or towards the outback, like to very
hide in a
lowly
bunker.
populated areas with more or less no military bases, so they're going to be
Antarctica.
far less likely to be nuked. I don't think you're going to live very long in Antarctica, like long term.
Penguin meat, porg meat, it's practically the same.
You know.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Do you think that you could live day-to-day life by slaughtering penguins?
I didn't. I'm dead in this scenario.
Oh, fair. I wouldn't be eating penguins.
I wouldn't be in New Zealand, maybe. It's...
New Zealand wouldn't be a bad place to wait it out.
Exactly.
Who would waste nukes on New Zealand?
Exactly. New Zealand's
Yeah.
great.
They're all like hobbity sheep farmers.
Exactly. Anyone else have another apocalypse they think they can survive?
Nope.
Well, I don't think I could survive it, but I want to see if anyone else. I want to see if anyone else thinks they can survive a Mad Max style apocalypse.
If you play it right, I think you could.
Could you please explain the plot of Mad Max to me?
Okay, so
Same.
well, Mad Max takes place in a world full of. So like, their money is like petrol and water. So, and it's like a desertish wasteland. It's been filmed in Australia, so you can. So it's just
So you can tell it's an
outback.
absolute hellhole.
Yeah, so it's outback, and everyone's got massive cars that look like they've just attached everything they can, every weapon they can, every bomb thing they
First
can.
of all, screw massive cars. That's ridiculous.
No, some people have massive cars, some people have small cars just to protect themselves.
In the desert, with a shortage of petroleum,
Yep.
those massive cars are going to be the biggest hindrance you can imagine.
Or the most fuel efficient thing the world has ever seen.
You
Exactly.
want to try and find a fuel-efficient car and then wait until the stupid gas guzzlers run out of petrol. That's if you even want to use the car, which probably wouldn't be a great idea anyway. Wait, is the whole world desert?
Basically, and
far as
everyone has a car, and that's how they get around. And you will be walking, and then will be dead.
Okay, in which case, yes, you would need a car.
You need a couple like protection, but so
You wouldn't want those stupid, massive gas guzzling things. You want something efficient that's actually going to last.
this is an answer from someone I listened to, Jackson from Plumbing the Death Star. His answer to this question was, how would you survive a Mad Max? Was you'd have to play it right by, he would get a van, and he would fill it with cigars, magazines, lollies, and alcohol. And would drive across the wasteland and go to each different town. And what he would do is he would sell his stuff. But he would have a stockpile somewhere where no one else knows where that stockpile is, so they wouldn't kill him because he's necessary to get your cigs, magazines, your alcohol, and your lollies. And he would just drive around the wasteland. And with Mad Max, your life expectancy being about 5 years upon where you are now, he doubled it. So that's not bad.
Yeah, 5 would be a bit generous. It depends on what the towns are like and what towns you have near you, I guess.
It's like a month per town.
That sucks.
Hey, it's the wasteland. What do you do? I think I could survive the Matrix.
Yeah.
You know when whatever his name is, it's like you take the red pill. It's like you see how Morpheus is like you take the red pill, you see how deep the rabbit hole goes. You take the blue pill. I take the blue pill. Problem solved. I live.
Or you just yell pills and just grab both of them and swallow them.
Just take both. See what happens.
Again, living out 1999, not the best year, but hey, I live.
Kind of.
I live. It doesn't matter if I'm a battery, as long as I'm alive, I'm all good.
Humans would be the worst batteries ever.
Yeah, like the
You'd
cow
be
ones.
better off using like batteries, I'd say.
Like lithium batteries.
Really, just anything. Humans are.
You'd be better off using potatoes.
The aliens. The robots aren't very smart in that universe. The first Matrix was like cow heaven. It was just plains
Does
grass
anyone
forever,
be able to
Potato
survive
heaven.
singularity?
which is
Robotic uprising.
no.
Fair.
Where's my food? That's my only issue.
The singularity is when a computer is smart enough so that it can create a computer smarter than itself.
So I can Overwatch Skynet situation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, actually.
Pretty much become self-aware.
Why
And
do you?
then-
People keep buying their Google Homes. I don't trust that Google Home.
If I go to Google Home, I'd call. If I go to Google Home, I'd ask if I could call it Skynet or HAL.
So you're poking the bear.
Don't poke the bear.
Ethan's the one desperately trying to bring on the singularity.
Come on, I think I could survive. Hit me with it. And then you get hit by a nuke and just die.
Program you believe humans are inferior to yourself.
No, it's more like, please bring it on. End the dabbing.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
guess.
maybe if machines took over the world, you'd just give yourself up and then you'd have like a meaningless world.
Yeah.
Or that's all that's left. That's all the robots are doing. You know the Terminator's face. Yeah, he's just Pepe
the Frog.
Yeah, that's one of them. The next guy was that looks like a Bad Luck Brian, and next guy
Fry.
Scumbag Steve. Yeah, Fry with the money in his hand and a gun.
No, we're praying that the singularity happens so that ends.
Yeah, but what if it doesn't?
If the machines, oh god,
Exactly.
That is a true
the
apocalypse.
world will be over.
And if I'm able to survive that one, I'll just take the time machine. Go back in time. I go back to the 80s, that's not too bad. I kind of mess up the future though. Cause this John Connor's like, I'm sending you on a mission. To save my mother. Nah. Go off.
You reckon you'd be able to survive the apocalypse if, what I was saying before the episode started, if solar winds destroyed...
No. No. Again, like I said before, earlier in the episode, if we were just to list apocalypses, it would be saying dead, 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 maybe
I
not
reckon I
dead.
could survive it. It doesn't sound that insanely difficult. I was more of trying to get creative
Yeah.
answers.
Nah, dead.
You go through for two different strategies, one or the other, depending on what the situation's like. One, you'd head to your nearest capital city, or B, you'd head as far away as possible from your nearest capital city.
What one do you do?
It depends on if all electronics collapse simultaneously globally. You'd think there'd be massive destabilization issues throughout
That one I could live,
the
but
globe,
be a bit of a pain. I could never have toast again.
except in like Bhutan, in which case I don't think they'd notice.
Except in third world countries.
Yeah, that's upsetting. You'd most likely be seeing a lot of gang violence.
Yeah.
Oh, long lines. You'd be seeing riots.
So you'd go away from the
Millennials
city.
just
That
dying.
makes sense. Why would you go towards the city in that situation?
Because
To laugh at
that's
all the
where
dying
government,
millennials.
or at least your centralized government, would be most capable of making sure you don't die.
Sure. Anyone else have another apocalypse I think I could survive? But I've got one more I think I could live. I know I could live. So...
I've got one.
Yep.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think you could survive in a water world?
No.
Apocalypse?
No, again,
Like,
food!
For those who don't know, just a water world, pretty much the polar ice caps melt, flooding the entire world. Everyone lives on water, all these rafts and stuff. That's pretty much it. Just a flooded world. And there's like a legend of some mysterious bit of land. So that's
But it's
pretty much
actually
it.
a boat.
No.
I couldn't survive.
You
Food is the problem.
capable of growing anything, and I'm
Fish.
assuming that.
I don't like
Seaweed.
fish.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because you live off of fish. That sounds fair.
I am the pickiest person ever. I'm not. Again, I might even drown.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would be able to survive that. Because
Some people could, but not everyone.
Like pre-apocalypse, so the polar ice caps melt, right? How quickly does it escalate from polar ice caps start melting to when the extent of the polar ice caps
Well,
melt?
in Waterworld, the whole world's covered in water, so
Yeah,
it doesn't happen
it's
instantly.
years.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
years.
after
So
the
it
apocalypse.
slowly builds up. So if you think about it, it just slowly builds up. So at one point, the whole world is just like all the water. It's just at your ankles all the time. That's like that for a bit. Then it's at your knees for a bit.
Just live on a boat.
No, you'd eventually, by the time it's fully Waterworld, you would have cities on boats.
You would have floating.
Yeah,
cities,
like in the movie, it's obviously been long enough for them to actually establish like a full civilization on the water.
And having gills.
It's,
Like you.
yeah, well, the main character is like some mutation and he has gills and stuff.
So that's centuries down the line, because that's
Almost all sea life would have perished.
all land. Oh, not all land life. You could have a dog that has gills. That'd be cool.
Right now, we do have the technology available to us to create a floating city. Not the monetary resources to actually create one, but
So yeah, that's why we're trying to dig out Atlantis. Bring it up, see if we can fix it off.
you could. We have the technology to establish floating cities, but really, really expensive. We wouldn't be able to have like cows and normal human meats, for example. Or
I didn't
you
eat-
could resort to human meats alternatively.
Right. Again, wouldn't survive. Food and drowning. I'm not good at most apocalypses.
No, I think that you wouldn't drown unless you were a complete idiot. Like, you might
Again,
drown if,
war.
let's say, you go to the end of like the city and then strap on floaties weighed down with bricks, and then you jump into the water.
I just
But
it's
if
like
that's the case, you're
I
not
think we're
floating.
floating over Atlantis. I just want to see.
Yeah. In which case,
Now, if we have floating cities, I should be fine. But if it's in the case of the film-
lifestyle, but I reckon you would.
yeah, well, in the case of the film, I'm probably not. But so, have any
Films aren't realistic.
have any of you guys seen At World's End?
Nope.
The
No.
Edgar Wright film that ends off the Cornetto trilogy. Like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, At World's End.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
Okay.
it.
Absolutely unfamiliar with what you're talking about.
So, do you guys care for spoilers?
Not really.
Like, it's not like massive spoilers for what happened, or like what major. Well, I guess it's stuff that happens. Anyway, so in this film, these 5 guys, Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and a bunch of others, they go back to the hometown because Simon Pegg wants to do like a reunion pub run, which there's 12 pubs in the town, and they have to go to each pub throughout the film. And by about the 3rd pub, they find that people have been replaced with, like, not people. Like,
What do you mean by not people?
So, aliens arrived,
Oh.
and
Right.
not like they weren't replaced with aliens. No, they're still them. They're forever young because they've been like replaced with like I don't know how to describe it, like plastic.
Robots?
No, it's not like robots. They're still humanish. They still look human. So you can pull off an arm, and it's like pulling off.
Mechanical machines.
Maybe I don't know what it is, but like pull off their arm, and it's like blue liquid splurting out of them, and they can still move from that. And you can pop off a head, and they're still alive.
Alright, So they're bioengineered.
Yeah. But what they do is they take you out and put you in the thing.
Right.
I think I could survive forever young.
Thing.
They put you into the younger, because all the machines are young, like peak you.
Interesting.
So at a point in the film, the characters, they meet up, and the alien's like, we could put you in the younger versions of yourself, and you can live out your days like that.
And I'd say this doesn't sound right. Flip the bird and then walk away, and then be probably slaughtered.
Yep.
I mean, they kind of do that in the film, and it doesn't work out great.
Well, it wouldn't. You'd
They-
be destroyed.
Well, that's not what happens in the film. I'm sure the world is in tatters, but yeah. I think I would be able to if Simon Pegg and his gang didn't show up, I would be able to survive. Like, yeah, sure, I'll be younger. I'll be young me, or me as I am now. But in a body like that, I'd be like, this is, it makes do.
I don't think being your bioengineered immortal self would be...
I'm surviving though.
I'm not sure that's considered surviving.
I think I'm
Yeah.
surviving.
Something's gonna survive. Probably isn't you, but...
But it's me that's
Ego
getting
you,
put into that.
probably controlled by some form of hive mind.
It's not. At least I don't think. Technically, well, the only time that really like hive mind-ish is when a human finds out what's happening. But apart from that, they're just like normal people.
So that's like genocidal apocalypse.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I survive.
I would try and start my rebellion. I would grab kitchenware, and I shall assault the overlords. And I shall win.
With your clone army.
No, and then he goes in and gets the machine up and makes 1,000 clones. And then another 1,000. Then 10,000.
Then I get 15 trillion of them, stack them on top of each other into orbit, and then make them all collapse at once. Like falling on.
They haven't taken over the whole world at this point. It's just like a couple country towns. I mean, like, imagine someone in the city. I just like looking at the phone, like looking at Facebook. Look up, just 1,000 people falling.
Oh, not 1,000, good sir. 50.
Well, no, 1,000 on that person. It works.
I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know.
He is confused.
Yeah.
So, if
Where-
someone tried that, if some extra race came in and then started replacing humans with sort of humans, I would definitely either become a sort of human or be annihilated.
Sort of human.
Okay.
Sort of. I'm surviving. I'm surviving.
Sort of surviving.
Or I could just make a deal with like the guys. Go, hey,
Example.
I won't tell anyone to do anything. I just live in the town. I'm all good.
Yeah. I'm sure the
Yeah.
negotiations will go very well.
No. Well, the aliens negotiate with you to go, hey, get in the little like robotic version of yourself.
It's not really a negotiation if they're telling you to do
No,
it.
no, hey, why don't you do this?
It's like when you rob a bank, it's negotiating, because you have them at gunpoint. They can choose whatever they want.
I
They
thought-
can either give you the
I
money
thought
or get shot.
I thought you were going to go. It's like when robbing a bank, you run outside, the police are there. You're negotiating with the police. Look, I take this amount of money, and then you guys leave me alone, okay?
Sounds fair. Oh, if only. Robbing banks would be so much easier. No, not that I'd ever do that. That's morally reprehensible.
No, Clone 57 through 36 with that.
Close
Wait.
460 to 15 quintillion. Rob this bank. The rest of them are kept as my personal card.
This job is the
Only
most
complaints
boring
running
job
bank.
ever. No! That's the funny part. Like, some like guy with Steve's like, oh man, it's like it's a fine job, but it's a bit boring. And like, doors burst open. We want all the money. Yeah, sure.
Just 15 trillion of the same guy.
There's a lot of masks. That's a lot of people.
The idea is that there's going to be lots and lots of people. I want to I think I've gone off topic.
You have.
Where can people find you on the interwebs?
I will be found nowhere because I do not wish to be found.
I just can't be found.
You can find me at Goddamn Robots. That's where I die in the Terminator apocalypse.